Hello. Okay. This is map 1 part 3. So recorded almost right after reviewing the previous parts. Please find in the server, in the Discord server, the playlist of all the coachings I've done for this specific map. I've also upped it to 120, so hopefully it actually looks like 120 instead of being 10 frames like previous. But hey, I've spent more time pause than actually watching the game, so there is that. I also have no idea what these mean since I haven't played in a formal tournament in Rivals. So I'm guessing this is protected and then this is banned. So if that's the case, we protected Mag and Magic. Magic I get because I think Atto is a Magic 1 trick. Mag, however, isn't necessarily anything important. And they got Johnny, so we got Storm, which is fair. And they protected, what's interesting is they protected Venom and Namor. So judging by that, right, they protected Namor after you guys banned BP, which is an interesting choice. So they probably were going this boy or this boy, whereas you guys are probably going these two. So in that scenario, we knew they were having a Venom offer it, which is fine if we want to go the original team we went, but it is something important to look into and just like have that in the back of your mind. Sorry, have that in the back of your mind. I do like the Punisher switch here. This is a pretty decent lineup. We're gonna pretend like we don't see the enemy here. We're gonna switch to our team. Switching you guys, not them. Okay, so let us go.
Before you attack. Get ready.
I personally prefer to be a bit like bit more aggressive once again. I usually keep my team all the way up here, right? So usually taking some pot shots here, right? Just get that like 2 ticks of damage, get like 1%. It's not really that important, but it's still like it's nice to have, in other words. And this is how I learned to play it. It's not like grave that we're on point right now and waiting for the enemy right now, but again, playing up here with that aggression is how we learn how to be aggressive later in the game. So
All you need to do
yeah,
is capture the mission area. Got it?
decent break. No, we know that. Okay, what do we know? What do we know that the rest of the team may not know? Let's go.
Can't catch me.
As long as I am worthy,
We know they have a Phoenix, we know that they have a Blade and they have a Psylocke. Let's make sure we're calling that out. Ping her. I'm not sure if the replays actually receive the pings, but if you ping your friendlies can see them through the wall and will know where they are moving as long as you have eyes. This is also, let me just double check crosshairs. That's not a good crosshair. That's too opaque and too big. You're in a turret. Never realized. I never checked crosshairs. That's a really good crosshair. I'm a big fan. Pretty good crosshair. Not the best crosshair. Obviously. What the hell is that? Right. Anyway, there is some pseudoscience behind Crosshair, which is why I was checking, but Anyway, your big man up here, I can't even switch to him, how big he is. Right, your dude cannot see main point. Also, if they shoot right under you, you get out of your turret. Anyway, he can't really see much here, so it's important to, yeah, knew that was gonna happen. It's important to, pin that for him. Also, if you want to go and try and burst down there, it's better to actually go here, like up here on this stand, because when you set up here, you can't break, right? You can break this, you can fall down once your turret breaks because they're not going to be able to hit you. It's going to force the Psy to far flank for you, and it's going to force their team to play a little slow until you're down. If they're smart, they would rush house, and then from house rush under and then onto you, but at that point you can always just rotate, and then if they rush this house they can rush on point in here, which is pretty bad for you, but you can still mostly hit them. It's only really bad when they go really deep. So in terms of starting, here is very good since they don't have a sniper. Now in again, right? No, we're keeping this line here. Or nice freeze, you gotta call it that freeze. We have everybody on there, great. Oh, not everybody leaves though. Loki, instead of shot, here, focusing damage.
I'm good to go.
See, we didn't need that there yet. I did see you, I think you were debating whether to damage or to heal. Then reload, and then yeah, this was a little extreme because now exactly with the magic here, this is where the enemy is. Your dude, hold on, right here. Okay, let's see who can see him. No, 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 and then this guy, yes. But this guy's not going to be able to burst him down because he's in melee animation anyway. So there's no need to charm here, to Loki charms here. So ignoring that, now we really need to get healing. So here we use Loki charms early, so we want to try and build a support ult fast. So Loki is the closest, so we're gonna try and keep Loki up. We're not gonna go deep, and instead we're gonna go with Loki into safety. Because over here we have two choices. We can rotate here, play here, and then we rotate back, or we can teleport across so when they push, or we can jump in here and play here, and then say play passive. But here, you know, we're going deep. We're going deep. So with you moving along here, you're giving the enemy more LOS of you, more line of sight. They can see you for longer and such. That is something to take into account. And here we're wasting time here. We should be getting back with that. We should be trying to play a bit safer because you need to build your ult first. Tried not to talk about ult tracking and ability usage and all these sorts of like target priority things right now because I feel like it's a bit too early being the first map and such, right? But that is like the priority now. You lost charms, they can now kill you freely, so they want to be focusing you, and that's what this girl did, that's what this guy was trying to do, that's what this tank was trying to do. They're trying to get you. You are the priority. Now we don't have charms for this, so we're gonna have to focus up on healing her. If we had charms there, we could push forward while Luna stayed in charms. Nice. That's also fine. Good. Probably better that you didn't use charms there. But anyway, it's just a hint on where else you can use the charms. Right, but we're up one now. Hold on, let me just, you know, we're trying to keep this up. You know, you might want to peek, you might want to Loki cone up here. But I feel like I spent a little too long focusing on Loki here because of the charm. So we're gonna go back and review literally everybody else. Okay, so I like the tanks beating up the tank. Once again, Mag, try and push up, try and cut off those heals as much as you can. Nice, shoot melee, nice. You know, your Luna's now damaged, so we're gonna push back a little. We're still gonna, I like the Thor. We're still gonna try and hold it as best as possible. Nice. Now we're gonna rejoin with Thor. That was good that you stayed backing up your Luna. Now we're gonna, this woman has been, this Phoenix has been free reigned for a long time. If we're able to call that out and we're able to push up as tanks on that and supports and DPS on that, that'd be nice. So right here is now the perfect time to go and attack her. So we should, as best as possible, try and peek heals while also calling out tanks just to turn around. Tanks behind you, tanks, tank behind. That sort of call out is going to be able to get that pick on her early or force out more abilities early. Let's try and help him. No, charms there if we had it. We did not have charms. Okay, fair enough. So we're gonna go in. Let's see from outside view again, kind of focusing here on this battle between them. Let me focus now on everybody else. No reason for either of you to be hard peeking main choke here. Now there is a reason for you to be here, and there's a reason for you to be maybe over here and try and like stack over here on this corner. And then let's see. Okay, you have the snowflake on her, which is whatever. We're going up, we're gonna heal. Now we're gonna reload, good reload. You don't need to track her. I don't think she even took damage, and even if she did, she would have healed with her double jump. So make sure target priority, focusing forward.
I was worried.
Okay. This is falling apart. So let's go back now with you. Don't stand in that. That is getting her a lot of recharge, but it's also giving you guys recharge, but the wrong person is shooting and healing you. Over here. No real reason to jump here. It's kinda unfortunate aim. No real reason to jump there. Unfortunate use of an ability for no particular reason. Let's see, Loki. No, whatever. I see that, but you don't have charms here. There's no real reason to place your cone here. Placing your cone, you place it deep, so it's just gonna die instantly. He needs healing right now. He doesn't need healing in one, right? He needs healing right now. So it's important to hit him now first instead of doing that clone. I don't know what this is. You are now, one of your tanks has died, and now you're playing as a tank, which is unfortunate. So you're probably gonna die here too. Yeah. She's unable to help you. She doesn't have left shift up. Yeah, she's unable to help you. She, I guess at least tried. I'm pretty sure. Reload. Also, try and reload when you're jumping. It's hard. Don't always do it, but if it looks like a safe reload, reload while jumping, even though you were down like 1 or 2 and whatnot. Right? How much were you down? Okay, you were down a fair bit. Jump, reload, right? You're not going to be able to hit very consistently up here. Weird jump regardless, but still, if you did choose to jump, so choose to reload and try and get that up. Unfortunate time to heal. Everything kind of went down there. So I'm sorry to keep going back 5 seconds and then another 5 and whatnot just to see everybody's point of view. So this is whatever. We don't have this. We are backing up too hard right here. Left shift, push forward. This, you are only getting attacked by one person here. So you holding up your shield in full cover while you're full HP and you know everybody behind you is at least half HP because they haven't been attacked and your healers are good and can heal. This shield does not matter too much, so this is just the use of ability that's going to go off and cool down for a little bit, and then instead of you shielding the wall here, you could shield here and help disengage the Thor. Even though the Thor shouldn't have been that heavy in, you could have still helped correct his mistake. But these two mistakes, you also could have went in front of him and what's called body tanking or body blocking the damage on your Thor. And you would have sacrificed health, yes, but you have bubble up soon, and your shield was down, so now you have to use yourself to try and get your Thor out, but it was unfortunate that you couldn't. So now we're just going to go ahead and play a bit safer. We're going to get our supports out as soon as possible. Nice, shoot, melee. You can melee in between them. There's no cooldown restrict. This is interesting. Once again, feel like I'm going on everybody for that, because that engagement was really rough. We all kind of crumbled. So here, I like this position, but your tanks aren't taking advantage of you getting hurt. Interesting jump down. There's no real reason for you to jump down. You can see this angle from the top, and you can shoot down this pillar to see even more. So this doesn't really help you too much here. And if you had E, yeah, you could have turreted from up top and try and suppress a little bit more. So here we're just gonna unfortunate. That was decent play. Again, no reason to really jump down there at all, besides you getting poked out by her. My apologies. I am receiving a phone call. One moment. It was a scammer. Right. This low ground doesn't mean anything to you. You can't achieve much here. I do appreciate the shotgun. That was a good switch, right? But besides that, you're not doing much here. So now let's go back another 5 seconds to see what is going on here. Okay, so here, you know, that's pretty good, but it's not gonna be enough because he ulted. Your ult as Invisigirl is barely enough to out heal the 1000 cuts, the anti-heal lane. But you need to be healing as well for it to actually be worthwhile. And unfortunately, oh, it's not even your. Wait a second. My apologies. I have mistaken the enemy ult for your ult. This is good then. This is great then. If this was your ult, that would have also been pretty good because it would have given you enough healing. I was confused why no one receiving healing, but here we are. I thought it was just some replay glitch. But to reiterate again, your ult, you didn't have it. No one really had it. We could have played better or safer to help Loki get it sooner, but that's about it. This ult, it is unfortunate you died into it. If you had your ult, you would have been able to save most people, and as long as they're not sitting in here, you can out heal it. Fortunately, again, we didn't have it. This is good though, that they used 2 ults. So now we just want to die quick. Yeah. Once again, my apologies for mistaking his ult for your ult. So great TP. Bad charms. So this is great TP. I actually prefer yeah, I'd actually prefer if the TP was up here, because then the tanks can touch and the supports can stay up here and be safe. And then the supports, shouldn't jump through the portal first, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to use charms like you did here, right? But also, if you jump through the portal and such, and you have the portal up, you jumping this as support to contest card does not matter if you have tanks up. And if you have portal up, you have a tank up. So you could have stayed a little safer inside portal before jumping through, and then you could have used a clone to teleport to high ground. So here, nice, we're gonna be able to hopefully convene on point and re-get points, right? So we're gonna enforce now. We're doing good damage. We know that there's a Psylocke behind us, but we gotta focus on just kind of reconvening and regrouping within point. So here, we do not want to stay close when there is a Phoenix. Usually we do want to stay close, but we don't when there's a Phoenix. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna probably Loki ult here. Hopefully. Loki ult would be good because we can... Loki ult could be good here because we could have copied and out-healed with Luna. But going further, when... There's a few things to digest, sorry. I'm losing my train of thought because I'm, again, so sick. Going in here. TP, whatever, okay? A little early on the charms, but we don't care about that right now. We need to get our ult and ult immediately. We need to be able to reconcede this point, or re-get this point. So we're gonna focus the correct people, and we're not gonna stand still when there's a Phoenix. And then, or sorry, stand together when there's a Phoenix. So now we're over here, Phoenix is out. Phoenix ults, we need to shield that ult off. So where is this? That goes on our Punisher, which is unfortunate. When that happens, hold on. There's a lot to process because there's a lot of micro adjustments you can make per this play, but don't stick together. The second you heal that ult, you need to look straight up as a tank to see where that ult is happening and where it's going to land, and you do not want to fly up. That flight means nothing. And then everybody needs to be close to the tank so you can block it off. So all that damage that was happening right here did not need to happen. Yeah. So especially, yeah. Both tanks could have had their shield up. Both tanks ran away from the explosion instead of into it, which would cause the 3k that we saw. And then this is gonna be it for this point. So now we're gonna go in.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Okay. Ugh. Sorry. I already hate replay views. I would actually probably switch to Hela here. Instead of Punisher after ults. Because now we are well aware that they're going to be sticking with the Phoenix. You know, she got crazy ult. They're probably feeling really good. They're probably not going to want to switch until they get their stuff rocked, right? So we're probably going to want to swap off the Punisher since Mag alone takes care of most of Punisher. He is down his ult, which does give us a Punisher ult, but now we really need to be we really need to start using our ults. So we're not letting them dictate where the fight is. Why are we're swinging far. Here swinging far doesn't mean anything. Let's stay here because you're not gonna get any one shots in. So we're gonna stay near the wall here and try and close the distance fast instead of taking this far angle. We're not gonna be scared. Right. Nice, nice. And now we're gonna start using ults here. We're gonna try and use the we counted last fight that they used both their support ults, so they're not gonna have it. At most they can have like half, but they're not gonna get it, right? They do have half. Alright. They're gonna have like at most around half. I would have guessed like 60% by now, which they're not gonna get, so we gotta do aggression right here. Don't turn out too bad. We gotta use anybody ult, any support ult. Say, hey, Luna, you should ult or whatnot, and just go in. You have 3 support ults. Your support ults with these 3 main supports are all about getting rotations in. And I think I've seen 1 ult rotation, which is unfortunate. Let's try and focus up on getting those ult rotations and using ults. Even if it doesn't win the fight, stalling out the fight on defense is all you really need. So let's use Luna ult here, try and force back this Mag specifically, because he's in a really bad position, and then both tanks block off heals and it's over. It's over. You just win the fight right there, but instead we're gonna have to drop back, we're gonna have to wait because there's a dive and we're not using the ult, we're not playing aggressive, we're letting them peck at our backline because we're a little bit split in mindset. So now there's another dive, you know, so we're gonna have to call it dive. Too many people turned around. One of the tanks at least has to stay forward and protect from pushing. Good thing they're not playing aggressive, but in a higher ranked lobby, the second you turn around, the enemy's gonna push in. That means absolutely gonna push in. Here, just gonna keep them. Nice. Nice. Okay. Now we're gonna go in. We're not gonna ult here. We're not gonna. Nice. Now we're gonna support ult if possible to keep the pressure up. We could also try and focus. I don't agree with the Mag ult here. This Mag ult's not going to do much for us because we are not low, right? If we are low, we would have used the support ult, right? Support ults are also not only defensive. Luna's ult and Loki's ult can be used super aggressive, and Cloak's ult is pretty defensive, but if you place it around the corner, you can use it as aggressive because you can force push into that. But this, I still disagree. Even though you gotta pick to semi-justify it, it's not worth it anymore. No one's low and such. Now, get up there with your tank. The enemy tank, yeah, you see that shooting, nice. Force that out, but not chase, nice. Now we are playing low ground, so what we're gonna do is back up to this corner, which forces them off, and then we can push up here to this high ground, which then we can meet them over here instead of having them shoot up. As supports, we're gonna back up faster. We're gonna
Get that vehicle moving again!
nice. Now we're backing up too much. So we did get them off high ground by forcing them to push in. And or I guess I should say baiting. There was no force, there was just a bait. But now we need to get back and kind of close in what we want to do with this position. But now we're kind of hard backing up for no reason. I am aware that they're flanking, but there still needs to be aggression with the flank, right? And we always have the ability, because we have 3 supports, to always heal the other support that's being dove. So here, again, with I'm like 50-50 on that ult, because it is a decent Invisa ult, but the main issue is your tanks as tanks need to be up there and need to be able to help you block it so you don't have to use it. The main reason why it's good is because it hit you, but it shouldn't have been able to hit you. And this is just, yeah, just an absolute unfortunate circumstance. I want to go back and look at this Punisher as well, right? And I want to dive into his positioning too. Because Punisher's up there, you can 2 or 3 tap a Phoenix with your shotgun. And you can obviously burst it down, and then when she gets too close you can press E, which gives you the health bonuses from the turret, enough to tank it anyway. So then, yeah, you're just getting walked on now. You don't have a support ult or holding on to the ult, so Loki needs to push up, get an ult, and try and save this. We're gonna... Okay, so we're gonna grab the Magneto, which we need a support ult here. And we're gonna pop his ult instantly, which is a bit unfortunate. You wanna usually give a bubble to someone before popping your ult, because you are basically immortal in your ult. Also, in your ult, you wanna hold it as long as possible to eat up everybody's bullets, which would separate the heals and allow your team to drop back if you want to go this route, which I still disagree with, but it doesn't matter what I think anymore, for this fight at least. As Loki grabbing that Magneto, you can also wait out until your timer's out and then ult, because I won't switch it back in the middle of mag ult. I'm pretty sure it would have you wait until your thing pops or whatnot. Furthermore, you kind of dropped it immediately, which didn't do that much damage, and you weren't able to get anybody's hit. Sorry about that. I am in Discord with a buddy. Sorry about that. I am back. Right. But it's not going to do much if you just launch it immediately, because it doesn't scale damage-wise. Furthermore, we need to start going back now and quick die. So yeah, quick die, no one's pushing up, perfect. Now let's go all the way back to see, because I have not been paying attention to Atto or Ato for a bit, because they were doing pretty fine, but now going back, this is interesting, because once again you could just press E and tank the entire bird damage. where you're gonna get hit for half. You should be focusing the Ragdoll. That's not worth focusing the Ragdoll. You were playing a tiny bit safe, a little bit passive, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it is important to realize that we want to be able to go in and make sure that we're doing what we need. So you could have stayed up there, been aggressive, you could have shot down Bird, Phoenix Bird, right? You could have played up here even for a bit and just shoot downwards, right? This was a very passive take for you. Yeah. No. Unfortunate shield drop there. Now we should just full die.
Surely he'll be back.
Hard reset. This is soft resetting. You're trying to preserve your life, but it's not worth it. You can't escape. Now you're on an off timer than him. You could have respawned 3 seconds after him, but instead you're respawning 6 seconds after him, 7 seconds, right? Now I'm gonna go back as Mag. I'm gonna keep going back. Nice. To unfortunate time to charm. We don't need charms here. Keep pushing here, try and hold the point, but we're not going to push too far because we're still down the tank. Tank's back, so we're going to go. Nice.
Extermination!
Gonna focus. Oh, they do have their Ultron up. A lot. I do like this ult dump. We're gonna be able to break that if everybody shoots into it, but we're not. Oh, sorry, that was ours. Oh god. Sorry, the colors get a little confusing because I'm used to being green attacking yellow. So, green, they have this up, they have that up. You've used both support ults now. Or they've used 2 support ults now. And we're going to be able to do a lot of damage. Even though you ulted in them, you still stunned them for a good bit. So we're going to be able to kill them. Nice, we killed the Phoenix. That's dropping. We're going to be able to do some damage. Nice. We got the blade. Now we have someone in their backline. It's now shooting, so it shouldn't be blind. Good shots. But now you're passive. You're passive again, Atto.
See them?
I just noticed. I thought you were a bit heavier. So here, yeah. You could actually track her and kill her there. If you hit a few more headshots. So whatever. Right here. So you heard that. Now you are rotating to focus him. Because he is your job, no one else can consistently hit him like you can.
Clearly,
So you're gonna turn around, you're gonna focus him. Yep. So now you're gonna jump up. Nope. You know he has to escape from forward. He's not going to escape back because that's a free kill. So he's going to have to escape forward. So you want to try and force him to escape through your path. So that's why you want to take the jump pad up and stop him from getting in. This doesn't mean anything. Even if that grapple hook did work, it's going to at most launch you where my mouse is. It's not going to launch you up here because this wall geometry is weird. So that's why you take the jump pad. You sit up here, You sit up here, oh gosh. Man. There you go. You sit up here, right? And then he's going to force to go here or here. If he goes here, you can just follow him. If he goes here, you can just follow him. Or even go inside here and go from this end. That would allow you to get a better vision, forcing him, once again, forcing him to go through you. Yeah, that's pretty decent charms. A little early for my liking. So they're able to shoot it. No, now we're just getting back. Let's rewatch that again. Oop.
You cannot hurt me.
I hate this. I hate the replay. I hate the replay viewer. Right. We're gonna be able to get back. No. unfortunate terms, but now we should all be running back. We're all low. So either we use an ult, we don't have one, or we get out. Let's try and get out. We got stuck there. That's unfortunate. We should also be getting out tank, but we're not. Now we're just going to card back out. Okay. Yep, and then just die. It's not worth getting out anymore. And then you should not have peeked up above. You should stay. The second you saw her here still getting damage, you should have went, tuck your tail, ran behind. Do not rotate from in front. You have an easy way out the other way. You are now allowing people to find you and kill you, which he has. What's he doing? He could have got, huh? Okay, never mind. Maybe he didn't see you. What the hell? You can hear Loki's footsteps very loudly. Let's see what everybody else was doing while you were taking him on a goose chase. That was pretty funny. I hope he watches this video back and realizes. Right, get that tank up. Here we really wanna get a pick. Oh, that reminds me. You're running away. You're cutting that dude. You should be calling that you're cutting that dude, and that you're over here. You're behind them. You're over here, making your way to the front. Someone's chasing you. All that good jazz. Going forward. No, we lost one because of that. We need to keep front, we need to deal with flank. Here I would, again, like another DPS if we are not going to be rotating support ults. So the second Loki gets his... Oh, place went down, Charms. Charms a little early, but works out for us. Okay, Loki needs to copy any support in the game, anyone, and just ult. Oh. So copying there and just pressing Q is a lot better for your team, for who left is alive. I don't think we would have been able to get anything. Yeah, done. So that's the end.
Don't let anything stand in your way.
That's the end. That concludes map 1.
Final score.